Hello, emperors, empresses, queens, kings. Welcome to another reading. This is going to be a pick a deck reading. And thank you for joining me. I'm so happy to have you join Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. I'm going to be telling you the different animals that are on each deck, and you tell me which animal you like the most. I have an elephant here to my right, so if you like an elephant, pick the deck with the elephant. I have a scorpion in the middle on this red deck, so go ahead and choose a scorpion. Even if you're a Scorpio, you don't have to choose a scorpion if you want to choose a different animal, but this is a scorpion here. Then I have the turtle on the purple deck here, so choose a turtle if you're a lover of turtles. Some people have their pet turtles and they really love turtles. And also I have a duck. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful when you see them swimming on top of the water. And I have a cute little heart here. So which one do you like? Select the deck. Keep that in your mind, that that's a deck when I'm reading from that will be applicable to you and your situation. This is going to be a love reading and it's collective. That means all signs, all energies are going to be applicable in this reading. So it doesn't matter what sign you are, when you choose the deck, it will be applicable to you, okay? So I'm going to start off with the deck, that's a purple deck, with the turtle. So if you chose the turtle deck as your deck of choice for your love reading, at this time, this will be applicable to you. Remember, it is a general energy, which is of the collective. So some things may resonate, something may sit with you, some things you may have to just decide that, okay, that part is applicable, but that isn't, because it's such general energies that it will be picking up on those who are choosing this deck, okay? So we're going to put the elephant aside, as also the scorpion and the duck. So while we put those cards aside, I want to shuffle through this deck, and the people who chose the turtle are the first up. What I'm going to start off with this love reading is by asking some basic question that can guide you into having a deeper understanding of what's going on with your situation. So I will start off with what is in your person's current energy that's towards you. So, angelic self, thank you for bringing the energies that choose this deck that had the turtle on it. There you go. Show us, angelic self, what you want, the energies that compiled on this deck, the energies that chose this deck. There you go. I'll be showing you those soon. I just want to go ahead and choose the 4 cards that I'm planning on selecting to get your energies off. What is your person's current energy towards you? That's what we're trying to find out. Your person's current energy towards you. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I'm a baby new here, so please help me grow, share, and tell some of your friends and family about Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. I'm Scorpio, if you're wondering, through and through, for majority of my placements. Oh wow, okay, through and through. So let's start off with the people who chose the turtle. So if you have time, you can do a little research on what the turtle mean in a spiritual sense and what that may bring to you. And if you have the turtle as one of your guardians. You have spirit animals. So some of them give you signs and speak to you in different ways and bring different messages when you associate with them. So you have choices. Your first card here is choices. You also have legends. Then you have Battle of the Blues. And finally, you have self-reliance. So the person, their feelings towards you is this. They're thinking that currently you have different choices, and they're not liking that very much because no one wants to be an option. They're thinking you're placing your bet in different areas. You're kind of not putting all your eggs in one basket at this time, and you're trying to make the best choice, but because they're aware that there are other choices other than themselves, they're not feeling like they are the one and only, okay? And they feel like your energy is scattered at this moment. They're feeling like your mind is not directly placed on them, whether it is giving them the love and attention that they're seeking, or trying to make plans for taking the next step, for strengthening and bonding the relationship. Remember, at this point, I'm talking to those who are in an established relationship or pursuing one, or had been in one, but there's a little bit of no contact at the moment, or a little bit of ghosting going on. So, but the fact is, you have to have someone. This is speaking directly to your person. So if you don't have someone at the moment, this reading would not resonate with you. So first of all, first energy, he's not feeling it, or she's not feeling like they're the one and only. They feel like you have options, you have different choices, and your mind is scattered right now. So that's maybe something that you need to look into, whether it is that you are seeking. You have to be honest with yourself to determine what you're seeking at the moment. Are you seeking a relationship that you want to settle down and commit to someone, or you're just having fun, or you're on the younger side and you're like, yeah, no, not right now. I'm living my life. I'm exploring options, and I'm going to go out and date and see what my best choices are, rather than saying, hey, I've been there, done that, wore that t-shirt, and I'm now ready to settle down. And this is the person I'm choosing. But the person that's really digging into you really most interested in you, is the one asking the question, am I your option? Am I just one of your options, or am I a choice? You may have kids with this person too. You may have two children, a younger one, an older one. Maybe they are siblings of the same dad, and one is about maybe about 3-4 years older than the other child that you may have with this person, that thinks that you're away from them now. You've separated, you've gone long enough. They're thinking, wondering if you have moved on. Next, you have the legends. So right now, you're in a situation where the person that is thinking about you most, the person in your energy, is thinking that they want to learn from someone who inspired them the tenets of a good relationship. So they may be looking at learning from videos, maybe influencers, maybe they have watched a couple tarot readings too, and trying to tune into your energy to figure out what's going on with you. But right now they want to learn from people who inspire them, and to figure out, because they are looking for stability, they're looking for a relationship, they're looking to settle down. They may be a little older, but you're in a wondering space where you're like, yeah, I settle, I have my children right now. That's what I'm concentrating on. I'm doing me and being beautiful. I'm building myself, but I can't really commit right now. Or because I have other options, I'm not sure where to put my full attention at this point. Also, the person in your energy is a little blue. They are sad, they're down, they're depressed, they're worried. They're worried because they're not getting the feedback from you that they're being a little bit hopeful about, that things would get better, that you guys would be together right now, that you guys would be planning a future together. And since you're not, some of you may be on a ghosting spree, a no contact spree, a separation spree, a to and from spree, foot in, foot out type of situation. And because of the to and from, there is no solid foundation, and so he is worried or she's worried. They're really, really concerned about you. They feel like they're drowning right now because you're just not helping them lift their head above water when it comes to giving them the satisfaction that they need, which is to make a decision and choose them and let them know that they're the choice, because they don't want to be an option. They kind of find themselves in a situation where they feel like they don't have a choice. They're just hanging in there and, trying to keep their head above water right now. So they're willing to take the step to a positive change with you. So the willingness is there. The hope is there. They haven't given up yet. They're waiting on you. Lastly, self-reliance is here. So you are in the energy with that person is feeling like you're like, you know what, I'm flying solo. I'm flying solo. I'm flying solo. I'm flying solo. This person thinks you're just flying solo. You're not Camille. You're not ready to have a settled down relationship with them. That's just what they're seeing about you right now. That's what they're looking into. So with choices, legends, blues, and self-reliance, they're thinking, you're the one that maybe the one that got away, because they're thinking that you're now relying on yourself, because as I said, you're into you now, you're building yourself up, you may be leveling up, you may be concentrating on work or your gig or your job or your hustle, you're bringing in yourself, you're independent. You may be even fiercely independent, where he doesn't even have to contribute to you and your household. And so he's feeling like, you're at this point, I don't know what's going to happen. He's really worried, or she worried and concerned about the future that you guys possibly could have together. But the person is not giving up. They have their head a little bit above the water, feeling like they're being pulled under without any help, pulling them out of that water. And they want to touch ground with you. They want to be grounded. They're seeking you. They want your attention. They want to give that commitment to you, but they're feeling like that's not what you're prepared for. That's not what you're ready for. Whatever happened between you guys may have been the exact reason why you have made the decision and come to the choices that you're making. Maybe things were just not good. If things maybe have been toxic, things may have been like a turmoil between you two, and you decide, you know what, this is not good for me. This is toxic. I'd rather be by myself and be happy than this unhappy. But the minute relationships either terminate or someone separate and go, then is when sometimes, most likely, the other party decide to wake up and want to change and want to do things differently, because they now realize the strong possibility of losing the one they care about and love. And sometimes it takes these drastic actions for someone to wake up and want to commit. Maybe they didn't want to commit before. Maybe they didn't want to do a propose and give the ring, and maybe they didn't want to get on board and get on the same page that you are on. And so now that you have let go and you're taking care of yourself and you're looking your best and you're looking radiant and gorgeous and you're kind of pursuing your dreams and being self-reliant and independent, now is then they want to step in and say, hey, yeah, now I can commit. Now I want to do different. Now I want to be your knight in shining armor. Now I want to be your star in the sky, your moon, your sun. And so because of that, worries crippling this person, and they're fearful that your decision won't be choosing them. So just for you to know, that is what is in the energy of what your person is seeing about you and thinking about you. They can't get their mind off of you. They are just stuck. They're stuck in the mud right now, or stuck in that deep water. They feeling like they're being pulled under. And there's some truth to the situation that only you and the person know. Some truth to the situation that you know what caused you guys to get to this point. And it's like there's no turning back or a possibility of, hey, you know what, I'll take a break, but we'll see what happens, but not right now. Right now, I just want to do me, get back a semblance of who I am, learn to love me again, learn to trust my intuition and my myself, and not be what it was in the relationship, toxic and fight and bickering and unhappiness and just unsettled and just uncomfortable and just not a good situation, especially with those kids. You may want to set an example for your daughters, and you're finding that what was happening was not a good example, and you decide to withdraw and take yourself out of the situation, and now he wants back in. So that is what is in the energy of the person towards you. They want you back. They want to settle. They want to do something different. But whether they have changed, that's another question, because sometimes when you let someone back in, they go right back to square one of just being their old selves and not really have changed the things that you were disgruntled with or disagree with or was unhappy with. And 2 weeks in, another month in there, you're back at square one doing the same thing again, deciding that you need to break up again. So the to and from, you've put your foot down. This one is serious, and he knows it or she knows it. This time it is really that different. They just think you're flying solo at this point. Okay, so that is for those who chose the turtle. So we are going to move on to those who chose the scorpion. And this deck was with the scorpion. So Scorpios, did you choose a scorpion or you choose a different one? Drop in the comment which animal you choose, what's your sign, and which one of them you choose. Remember, we have the scorpion, the turtle, the elephant, and the duck. Drop in the comment for me. Let me know which one you chose and what your sign is, so I can correlate, especially Scorpios. I'm kind of doubting you choose anything other than a scorpion. So it would be interesting to know. Again, thanks for being here. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm new and trying to build and grow. So this, I'm going to get the energies of what's going on with your person. Okay? Your person energy towards you for those who chose the scorpion. So it will be the similar reading like that of the one I just did with the turtle, okay? The person's energy towards you. You may want to tune in, because tomorrow I'm doing the same choose a deck. And in this time, I will choose the question of, should you reach out? For those of you who are at a standstill, should you reach out? Should you be the one who reach out, or should you wait for that message or call, that text or that phone call, or some form of communication through whichever social media or whatever medium of communications you guys have? So it will be a continuation with the reading using different decks that should establish should you reach out. So subscribe, like, and stay tuned for that tomorrow. There you go. Okay. There you go. And one last one. That one came out quickly. Good. All right, so let's see what we have in the making for what is your person's current energy towards you. We have regeneration. We have thinker. And believe it or not, this is the first thing that came to my mind before I started reading, that somebody was going to be a thinker like me. Someone was going to be a thinker like me. And this one is to be fair. And then the last one, time to go. Wow, when you get time to go, you just know where this reading is going. You've gave it your shot, and you're at the I give up, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm at the end of my rope, and I do not have any more to give. So let me tell you what's going on here. First, with regeneration. The person energy towards you is that you have focused a lot of your energy and time in building the relationship that you guys have. You feel invested. You feel like you put so much into each other, but at some point something got broken. The trust got broken. Someone cheated. Someone lied. Someone did something egregious enough for you to decide, you know what, the roots is pulled up out of the ground right now. This is not the branches falling off, the leaves falling off. This is now the roots being pulled up out of the ground. So much has happened. You guys have been through so much. And your person thinks towards you that you are that foundation. You planted him in that ground, him or her. You were the one who made things happen. So they are thinking towards you that you were the one who was putting in most of the effort, most of the time, most of the energy, making sure that things are kept together and held together. Things are done in the relationship. Anything when it comes to relationship building and so on, it was not an equal give and take. It was you putting in a whole lot, them receiving, and then, they just want to rebuild with you. Plain, clear, straight. They just want to, regeneration is when they just want to be born again with you. They want to do over. They want a fresh start. They want to be able to come and say, you know what, the tree's rooted up from the ground. Can we plant a new seed and start fresh? So for those of you who chose the Scorpion, the Scorpion had to be on this, because this is just such a Scorpio reading. So a lot of the energy is coming in through here. Maybe Scorpio, or you have Scorpio placements in different segments of your chart, right? So therefore, regeneration is something that he's looking to rebuild with you, okay? Thinker. He thinks or she thinks you are a thinker. You think too much. You overthink things. I am a thinker, so I get it. I don't think there's a time I ever stop thinking. My brain just go tick, 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 think. This person you think yourself into oblivion. You think yourself out of things. You think yourself out of decisions that maybe you should have made together, but you decide, okay, my thinking outweigh this. There are things that you guys could have done that you overthink or may have some form of accusation going, or think things were a certain way when they were not, but they did seem a certain way. You know, you walk like a quack like a duck, so maybe it's a duck, and that type of thinking. And you were thinking in a more logical way, but from a space of emotions too connected with that. And so he thinks, or she thinks, that you overthink things, you're blowing things out of proportion. This doesn't have to be as big as it is. Why not let us restart? You know, usually the one that commit the crimes are the ones who need the biggest forgiveness and think it's as easy to just start out, while the one that suffered the most through it and go through a whole lot and put in so much effort and time and feel robbed and is just done and worn out and torn down and decide to give up, they're the one who get, you know, kind of blamed for what happened. And all of us at some point have our different faults and different responsibilities, for it takes two to tango. But then, you know, sometimes some of us bear more burden than others, and a relationship that's not an equal give and take usually suffer from things like this, where someone else want to rebuild, but you're just done, you're worn out, you can't stand this person another minute. You cannot trust, you cannot find yourself building that trust again, even if you let the person in your heart and giving the person your time and in space and trying to rebuild someplace in the back of your heart and your mind, the trust is still broken. So that's hard to rebuild, hard to repair, and hard to regenerate, right? So now you have to be fair. He's thinking, or she's thinking, you're not being fair right now. Can we just talk? Can we reason through this? Can we cut through the dense disappointments and hurt and just forgive each other and start fresh? As I said, it's always easy for the one that's asking for the forgiveness. It's always easy for them to think, well, you can just forgive me. You're not fair. You're being too hard on me. You know, everybody makes mistakes. We're all human. We're all prone to mistakes. So they are seeing it in a different lighting than you are. And so because you're a thinker and you're thinking about it heavily, and the rigmarole you go through, and you're thinking deeply, because thinkers are deep, really deep. So you're thinking about deeply about everything that happened, how it transpired, how it got started, how it could have been prevented, how you beg and plead, how loyal you were, how trusting you were, how loving you were, how caring you were, how responsible you were, and committed you were. And then this person did all of this and just expect you to be fair. And let's start again. Let's replant, regenerate, rebuild, okay? And then lastly, time to go. The person in your energy is thinking you are gone for good. The person is not thinking there is a chance left. They're hoping for one, because here they're asking for regeneration. They're hoping for one, but they don't think there is a chance left in dry hell for you and them to rebuild, because you have displayed and shown in every way that you're cutting it off, you're done, you're not contacting them, you're not responding to any medium of contact that they have reached out in several different ways, or just sitting and waiting for you to say, okay, I heal and I forgive you, so come on in, I'm ready now. And they're waiting for that, and that's never happening. You are just gone. You said it's time to go. I've turned my back on this. I'm going to distance myself. And if I regenerate, it's going to be on my own, honey. It's not going to be with you. It's the days off. I've given you enough of me. I've shed enough of me. I've cut off enough of me. I've desecrated myself enough for you to further rob myself of any joys and happiness that I could possibly pursue and seek outside of you being together in this relationship. So unfortunately for this one, it is sunsetted. So for those of you who chose the Scorpion, is choosing to move on. And choosing to move on doesn't mean that you don't hurt and you're not in pain. It just means that you have given up and you decide enough is enough, and you don't see where the possibility of change is going to help the relationship to grow. Now, for those of you who chose the green heart with the duck, we're going to be doing your reading. It is a similar reading. It's a love reading for the collective, so all signs, and it will also address the same question. What is your person's current energy towards you? Angelic Self, please show me. For those who chose this deck, what is their person's current energy towards them? And I'm going to take, oh wow, we got 3 here. And another, I'll take the 2 that fell off. So you got an extra one for those of you who chose this deck. You got an extra one, extra, read all about it. So for those of you who chose the duck, wow, let's see what we have here. We're going to start off with this, and this came up in my reading on last night. So first of all, your the person current feelings towards you, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what their energies towards you. They're saying when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. This is what's usually the issue with the person who is in the wrong. They don't see a difference, really any difference between right and wrong once they're the one in the wrong. As soon as it's the reverse and the opposite party is in the wrong, they're quick to point it out, and yes, then wrong is wrong. But not as long as the wrong is on their side. They're thinking, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You're overthinking it. You're over judging it. You're being too critical of it. You're just exaggerating. Next here up, we have the other message from your current person saying, don't make decision based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. It's interesting because the same person that is saying when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no wrong or right. The same person that's saying that to you is now saying you shouldn't make a decision based on guilt. So he's thinking there is some guilty feeling of something that went wrong that there's supposed to be some guilt and shame over. However, you shouldn't feel guilty or shamed by it. So what happened? What could have happened in this relationship, in this union between you and this person, in this commitment, that this person is thinking that you're feeling guilty and that you shouldn't? You know what went wrong. Now, here we have, let me make sure I hide this a little bit. This is sexual union right here, which is saying honor the place in one another where you are eternal soul, and there you will find true bliss. This person really is seeking you out. In the 2 readings before, that was the case, and here it is again. This person does not want to give up. The funny thing is, whenever someone finds someone that is true and genuine, they never want to let go of anything that's good. They know what's good versus what's not. They know when they had something that was the best thing they've ever had, but they screwed up. They realize that reach fast and they want to fix things. But usually when the horse is gone through the gate, then is when you're closing the gate, which is one bit too late because the horse is already gone through the gate. And this is another one of the case. Well, but it's always up to you. because your heart and each individual heart varies when it comes to forgiveness, the level of forgiveness that you'll give and how frequently you'll give it, and the extent to which you forgive. You know, they say forgiveness is good for you and your heart and your growth and your development and your spiritual movement and you moving forward with your life. And in a way, I agree with that. But for me personally, as a Scorpio, I will forgive you out of my life. So I'll forgive you right there. I'll just forgive you out of my life, out of my energy, out of my presence, as far away as possible. But then some people are different. They will forgive you and keep giving you chance after chance to come back and repeat the same thing you need forgiveness for again. For me, one shot, zero tolerance. If it happens one time, that's the only time it's going to happen. I have no tolerance for foolishness. And so we're going to ride the tide with the next one. Whoa. So you have both sexual union and sacred union. That means both of you felt the same way about each other. Both of you were either soulmates or twin flames. But this is killing you. This is cutting you up to dirt right now that I see this is what he's thinking about you. Both of you were soulmates or twin flames. You saw each other as soulmates or as twin flames. Right now you're feeling each other's pain if you're twin flames. You're feeling the hurt. You can't stop thinking about each other. But it doesn't mean that because someone's your soulmate or your twin flame that you're meant to stay together in this lifetime. Sometimes it may be in other lifetimes that you're meant to stay together, but this one may not be it. But it all depends on whether or not you want a resolution to it. You want to forgive and to repair and rejuvenate and move forward, or you're deciding to step back and end it all together. For right now, there is very little contact between both of you. So you're seeing that sexual union and that sacred union has been broken. You're distraught by it. It's really, there are memories that you both share and you feel it up even in unison at the same time. Well, you feel the love you shared and the union you shared and the passions you shared and the intimacy you shared and the closeness you shared and the bonds you shared. So much has gone into both of you tying each other's energies together that pulling it apart like this is really driving both of you nuts. And it's very sad, because if now that I see both of this, I feel so bad for this, that it's a broken union that could have been such great potential. Wow, honor and treasure your relationships, for it is truly sacred. This person is realizing that he honored or she honored you and that your relationship was sacred. This person is now realizing what they lost. This person's feelings and intentions towards you is that you're sacred to them, that the relationship they've never experienced this with anyone before. And you see, sometimes it's once in one lifetime that you'll ever get the opportunity of meeting with your twin flame, because you may meet several soulmates, but your twin flame, oh my gosh. So this bond it's oh wow, it's really sad. Let me move on to the last one, because it's kind of melting my heart now. I feel bad for both of you. I can't imagine what you're going through when you have such a thick bond and you have to cut the cord and say, cut loose, this is not good for me. At least I can't live through this pain in this lifetime, because when your twin flame hurts you, it hurts deeper, it cuts deeper than if it was just a soulmate or any other toxic relationship that you could just easily, move past and heal. And it takes a whole lot more effort, a whole lot more time, a whole lot more healing, a whole lot more of solid memories that is deep seated, that cannot, it's just etched in your brain and can't seem to go. So your final one here is the message that your person is sending to you, and he's saying to you, or she's saying to you, my beloved, addressing you as my beloved. Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. Though we may be physically apart, this is the message that I have to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you may not even want to hear it because you know it. You know this person feel this way about you. You just don't want to hear it again, but I have to tell you because it's here. This is a message he or she sending, my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. That's beautiful. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So this person is saying to you, no matter how long you guys have been apart and whatever it is that happened that tear you apart, he's saying that love transcends space and time and nothing is missing, because his or her heart will always be with you and for you. And sometimes when relationships break up, sometimes these two souls never truly move on. Even if they move into other relationships with other energies, they never truly love as deeply or care as deeply or give as much or feel wholesome or feel fulfilled or commit quite as, densely or intensely as with when they had found the one, which was their twin flame, or sometimes even a soulmate, which ascends to the ultimate level of intimacy. Okay, so that's it for that one. I am so sorry about this for those of you who did choose the duck. It seems like it's just a sad little duckling at this point. When it comes to your heart, matters of your heart, when it's broken, it is so hard to repair. But there's always time to heal by just being by yourself, just not entering or jumping into something to fill that void or to fill that spot or to see if you can forget that person. It's just taking your time, acknowledging what's happening, acknowledge the wounds and the pains and feeling them in the moment, and then trying to find a way to get past those. Some people even need therapy, the therapeutic to address the issues, the deep-seated issues that they face, and just can't move on even just by themselves, healing and taking time. But I wish you guys the best when it comes to what happens here. The decision usually is always with you, what you want to do with your life, who you want to do it with, and also being cognizant that if someone hurt you so badly that you can forgive them, but forgive them and move on, since that sometimes it's likely you forgive them and you bring that back in, and it just open up all those old wounds and those pain again, especially if the person go back to that same old habit and same old mistakes and hurt you time and time again. And then when you're truly gone and they feel the disconnect, they feel the cord cut, then is when they're ready to change and really do deep soul searching. When it's too late, you're already hurt and cut up, and there's nothing they can do at that point to mend or heal the damage. For those of you who chose the elephant, it's time for your reading, and it goes in the same way. All energies, all signs of the zodiac is applicable to those who chose the elephant card. We're going to read the same thing for the energy of your person towards you. And I hope this one is a good reading, because the last ones, this reading seemed to be that reading of broken hearts and trying to mend fences, and just people who decide that they're walking away, they're moving on. And so I hope this one turned out to be different for those of you who are pining and wondering, what is my person thinking about me? How are they feeling? I haven't heard from them in such a long time, where there has been no communication. We've been disconnected from each other for so long, but I just want to energy check in to see how they're doing, how they're feeling, what they're thinking. Is their mind blank towards me? Have they moved on? Are they still thinking that we belong together like I do sometimes? Because even when you're hurt and you're in pain, you can't help but go back down memory lane sometimes of when times were good and pleasant and lovely. So the heart just wants what the heart wants. Okay, inner truths. Here we go. Here we go already. Here we go already. Okay. Catch your breath. Woo! All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. Renewal of peace. And one last one. Angelic self, what do you want to show? It's 11:11. It's 11:11. See that? Twin flame. I just read a twin flame. You guys were twin flame. The last reading were twin flames. You guys were twin flames. You guys were twin. I'm so sorry. There you go. That's the last one. I'm so sorry about what happened. You guys were twin flames. All right. Let me show you what's going on. So first you have inner truth for those of you who chose the elephant. Then you have catch your breath, followed by renewal of peace. This one is it. And breakthrough. Now we found a reading that's going to be a little bit easier on the mind, a little bit easier on the heart, a little bit less anxiety. So what your person is thinking about you is they are doing some self-reassessment of what's true for them and what they think has been true for both of you. You guys are now apart and you guys are wondering, is what happened between us, did we come to a conclusion that it's true to both of us? So someone might be still waiting on the truth. Someone may have presented a question and still haven't gotten the answer, or still have felt like the truth was revealed in the complete entirety of what happened in the situation. So this person is now exploring inner truths and is willing to do self-evaluation to see what part they played in what happened between you both in this relationship. This person is trying to be guided towards the light. There's no deception there. This person is just going with the light here. There is just nothing that they're trying to come in and do that's harmful or hurtful. They are just wanting truth and peace. Now, catch your breath. This is really enlightening here. And why I say that is because it's saying breathe. Everything is okay. This is one of those situations where it may have been slightly blown out of proportion. This is one of the situations where you take action so quickly that you don't want to be hurt, or you don't want it to go to the extreme before you nip it in the bud. So this is one of those cases where, yeah, you nip it in the bud, like, I see it coming, don't test me, don't try me, I'm not the one. So breathe, relax, catch your breath. It's okay. Everything is okay. And renewal of peace, this means you guys are finding your way back to each other, on peaceful grounds. The conversation will be peaceful. The conversation will explore the inner truth that you guys come to know, and you guys are willing to completely be truthful and honest and have that open conversation and discussion. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. So this is speaking to reunion. You're going to be sleeping like a baby after you guys talk, because you guys' heart has just been so filled with anxiety of what's going to happen, what she's or he's going to say, how am I going to say it, how do I just let her or him know that this is a truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. They are going to believe you. You are going to believe them. You guys are going to have a renewal of peace between you guys, where you come to a mutual understanding that you love each other, you miss each other. It was just a great misunderstanding, and you're willing to make up and make it happen. So catch your breath. It's okay. And finally, a breakthrough. Everything tie in together here to say you guys are going to make it. Because with what happened, it's lesson learned for both of you, and none of you are willing to repeat it because you love each other that deeply, that intensely. You're sure about your love for each other. You don't want to harm or hurt each other, cause each other pain. So this is just a little gump of a lesson, that bump in the road that say, oh, this is a glitch, but guess what? Now we learn from it and we will move forward and not repeat this. And we know we're not willing to lose each other. So we're going to be extra cautious to ensure that we're doing the right thing when it comes to our commitment and our love and truthful communication, because communication is key to relationship, and you guys will have it here. You guys are going to have a sweet heart to heart. It's going to just mend everything, mend all the fences. You guys are going to sleep like a baby. You're going to sleep like a baby once you guys talk, because it's going to be such a relief. Breathe, catch your breath. You're just gonna feel like, oh, what a burden has been lifted off my shoulder. You guys were so anxious about losing each other, and just really, this is gonna be a good situation, a good turnout. Congratulations on your breakthrough, because this is gonna be a union that you guys are gonna come together with your emotions and your love and share together. And when you get back together, don't tell me what happened, but in the comments, drop it below. For those of you who have stick with me to the end, thank you for being here. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. I'm Scorpio, but all signs are welcome here, because all signs are great and powerful and have their everybody. You're going to see how I read tarot. It's with the Jamaican kind of twist, that little lemon lime, that little spice, that little gump, that little oomph that you're waiting for, that difference that you're waiting for. It is here now. Subscribe, like the channels, please go ahead and share so that I can get my subscriptions up. I can't wait till it's going to be a long haul, but I can't wait till I'm able to go live and start reading for you guys. I will do extended readings and stuff like that, but you know, on here I have to keep it below certain time limits, because attention spans are limited and people time is limited. So I appreciate you sticking by and sharing your time with me today. So yeah, for those of you who chose a different hand, I'm sorry again, because broken heart, you know, where do broken heart go, you know? And I'm glad that in the end, this one was a breakthrough and things are mended. So I'm so glad for those of you who did choose the elephant and will experience some relief here. So thanks for staying with Jamaican Scorpio Tarot. Have a beautiful rest of your night or day, whether you're working or whatever it is that you're doing. Have fun. This is gonna be posted early morning anyway, because it's late. It's 11:19. So So anyway, and it's October 20, so you will get this by the 21st. So you guys are going to have a good day tomorrow. And for those of you who have made the decision to move on, you know how a relationship goes. We have the turbulence, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the good and the bad. It is for us to navigate it and make our decision and choices that's best and suitable for us and our journeys and what we want. So love, peace, and joy to you, kings and queens, emperors, empresses. Thank you again for staying with me. Bye. Bye. Much love and appreciation and respect. Fist bump. Respect. Fist bump. There you go. Enough respect. Yes, no man? Cool, cool. Irie.